Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Tarot Tuesday. We'll be doing the readings tonight on Instagram. It's just my favorite day of the week, so I like to call it Tarot Tuesday for the whole day, like all day, like from the time I wake up until I go to bed. Today is Tarot Tuesday. That's the way it is. So today we are talking sustainability at work. If you're tuning in, drop in the comments to me how you're feeling today. If you watched yesterday's video or listened to yesterday's podcast about sustainability, I'm sporting a really cool Band-Aid right now because I'm going through a detox, and if you can see, it's doing some stuff to my skin, and this is so I don't touch it. I have a bad habit of touching my face, so that's what this is about. I'm fine, everyone. So a lot of us are working from home, right? We're working from home, and some of us have kids, some of us don't. Some of us have like social media based businesses where it can be hard to, sorry, I'm getting distracted by Lottie. The pillow's falling on her head and she doesn't care. Okay, some of us have social media based businesses where we have to enact boundaries in order to not be on all the time. Today, I want to talk about the difference between when we go away to work and come home and when we're working from home, and how we can better serve ourselves and our customers, clients, etc., kind of regardless of the industry that you're in. So when I talk about that, when you go to work, you get up, you like, depending on, like, say you work a 9 to 5er, which is almost non-existent anymore, but say you work a 9 to 5er, like Olivia works 8 to 4:30 unless she has overtime. You get up, you do your morning routine, you go to work, and then you work, and then you come home. And as soon as you leave work, unless you're the boss, work is done. You leave work at work. When you're at home, it can be really difficult because you are always at work, right? You're at home, so it's not like you physically have a different change. If you can create a routine, a physical space, a ritual that allows you to transition from home to work energy, to put on your different hats, whatever it is for you, that can be really, really helpful. For me, I work specific set hours. Because we get up so early, my work day is from 8 till 4, except for 2 days a week when it's in the evening as well. And those 2 days a week, which right now are Tuesday and Wednesday, those 2 days a week, I have the afternoon off. So I don't book anything from about 3 o'clock to a little bit later. I have the whole afternoon off on those days. And this is really important because I will burn out really quickly. I will end up putting in like a 50 or a 60-hour work week. When I first started doing online business, I was on social media all the time. I was on my phone all the time. I felt like, what if I miss a connection? What if I this? What if I that? Every business has business hours. Every brick and mortar shop has business hours. You working from home, if you work for your employer and you're at home because of pandemic time, you still have work hours. And you need to make boundaries and keep them so that, one, you don't burn out and resent everything about your entire life. And two, so that you have time for fun and you have time for family or friends or pets or chores or rest or play or whatever. So I was talking to my coach, my beach party coach yesterday, and she was like, asking me how I was doing. I said, well, I'm really tired, and today has a scheduled rest time. yesterday or the day before was a scheduled fun time. We watched Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse for the first time, and it was really fun, and we really enjoyed it. And it was downtime because we had been go all day Sunday. Took Olivia to the emergency room to get a tetanus shot because she tried to rip half of her finger off. That's a little bit of an exaggeration, but not really. She cut this whole part of her hand away, jamming it on a piece of metal. So I had to doctor her up and then take her there. And it was a while. Like, it was quick in and quick out, but then we had to like go, and then she had to wait, and then she had to go in, and then she had to come out, and then we had to go to the pharmacy, and then we had to go grocery shopping, and then we came home, and then we meal prepped, and then we cleaned the house, and then we gardened, and like the whole day was like, it was a lot of energy. And so it was all good stuff. It was all fun stuff. But what if I had been on my phone the whole time simply because I was getting messages? And I was getting messages on Sunday. And I do get messages on Saturday. I only answer urgent messages. I've started saying, DM me and we can continue this conversation. And if that person doesn't send me a message, if they can't be bothered to send me a message to connect, it's not going to happen. I stopped chasing down leads, I stopped that attitude of desperation, because that's what creates the growth hustle feeling, is when you're like, I gotta go. Who says? Okay, so I plan in my play, my household stuff, my rest before I put in my work. I'm privileged to do that because I make my own hours. So if you don't make your own hours and you're working from home, and you also have kids that are doing schoolwork from home or partially from home, you need to plug in your work, plug in your responsibilities, and then the very next thing you need to do is put in rest and fun. If you don't have those, you will burn out. It will not be sustainable for you to keep working from home. You will feel tired. You will feel like you're always on your devices. You're either always working, or you're always cleaning, or you're always this, or you're always that, because you can't just say no and say enough. So what are your work hours? Be strict with them. My work hours, 3 days a week, are 8 to about 3. And then I'll answer messages in the evening and like comment on social media. But I also like that. It's fun for me. It fills me up. It's not tedious. Yesterday I talked about how I have my phone on silent, and that's part of the reason, because it helps me to keep those boundaries of not always feeling like I need to be on all of the time. So you have a clear start time and a clear end time, and make sure you also schedule clear breaks, even if it's only 15 minutes. If you were at work, legally, you should be getting breaks. So you're at home, you should be taking breaks. Don't eat your lunch in front of the computer. Go physically have lunch for half an hour like you would at work. Every hour or so, stand up and move your body for 5 minutes, whether that's just to go get a drink or a tea or a coffee, or go to the bathroom, or do a tiny dance party for 5 minutes. Do that. Make sure you're stretching. These are all really important things to keep working sustainable at home. Also, I change my work location depending on the activity that I'm doing. When I'm live streaming with you guys in the morning, I come on here and I'm in the living room. I'm usually drinking coffee. Today I'm drinking my shake because I'm off of coffee for this month. That's a whole ordeal. So I'm drinking my shake. I'm hanging out with you in my living room. When I'm doing tarot readings, I set up my tripod, which I can't find right now. I don't even know where it is. I'll have to ask Olivia when she gets home. I set up my tripod, and I set it up in my office in front of a chair so that I can sit properly right in front of it, and I can deal the cards out, and then I can hold them up, and I can do the video like that. Hi, Lottie. Do you want to come? Do you want to come? This is Lottie, and she doesn't like attention, but she also doesn't like that I'm talking to you. It's okay, Lottie. You want to hang out with us? This is my life. It's just like when you have kids. They're like, why are you on the phone? Why are you talking? I want to do that. They're the same way. Okay. Where was I? Yes, my tripod. So I do that this way. When I'm doing webinars, live teachings, if they are scheduled for the afternoon, I do them behind me in front of that window. At that little table, I have something that sits on top, and then my microphone attaches to the table, and then my laptop sits up high so that you only see from my shoulders and up. And the natural light makes for a really nice video, which is why I love shooting in the living room. When I'm doing cooking videos, I use my tripod on my counter that is really dirty over there because I drove Olivia to work instead of cleaning the kitchen. So guess what I'm doing later today? When I am doing Tarot Tuesday at night, there's a chair to my right over here and a lamp, and I stick the tripod in front of the chair, and I just pull the cards one at a time, and it's beautiful. It's fun. And again, the natural light from the window here. So I have different places that I work at. In my office, I also have a desk, and that is where I do most of my learning and my content creation because my couch eats people. Do you know what I mean? Like, can you feel me on this? Does your couch eat you when you're trying to do work? So you're trying to be productive and it's so comfy and you start to get sleepy and yawny and you feel like you need a nap because your blood pressure is just like, whoa. When I'm sitting at my desk, I can wiggle my feet. I feel like more alert. The desk that we made is out of reclaimed wood from organ that was in our house when we bought it. We dismantled it and we created a desk. We reclaimed that material. It's like the only thing left from the grossness that was this house when we first got it. And it's exactly the width of my laptop, but it's longer. So I have this beautiful space there. When I'm practicing any of the energetic spiritual work for my business, I have a rug that Olivia made for me out of all my old fat clothes, which is so cool. It's a big rainbow rug. And I put some pillows on that and I sit on there and I do that work. You know, I have all these different spaces to break up the monotony of working from home because we can get so stuck in our habits and in our routines that we're unintentional that we forget to be intentional in everyday moments. So when you're intentional about it and you're present and you make a decision to move your body and move your physical location from one space to another, that can be a form of ritual. So for me, my headspace changes somehow. I don't know the science. We'll ask one of my friends. My headspace changes as I walk from one room to another. Just before I came on to do this live stream, I was on Instagram and I was in between the bedroom in the office showing my garden, talking about that journey. And the energy that I had on there was cheekier and more energetic than it is here because I'm sitting on a couch, right? So like the whole way we carry ourselves, what we do with our bodies, where we are with our bodies, whether or not you have a candle or incense or a diffuser or whatever it is for you that helps you relax and claim the energy that you want for the day, all of that is going to affect whether or not you have any energy left at the end of the day. So hard, fast boundaries, both physical and energetic, are really, really important for sustainably working at home. Another thing that is really hard to do, especially if you have an anxious attachment to money, which I'm working through, and it's almost completely corrected. Ta-da! I'm claiming that it's healed, and I'm just arriving there. It's just, I'm on the way. It's like when someone's like, I'm on the way, and they haven't left their house yet. That's me and my anxious attachment to money. I'm on my way. Okay, so if you have an anxious attachment to money, or you have a complex about keeping everyone happy, see the theme from yesterday? You might feel like you need to be available all the time to your employer and to your clients. So you might be checking your email outside of work hours, or feeling the need to respond to everything. I want to empower you with this something that I've done. You can, if you have to know what is said because of your anxiety or whatever, because of the journey that you're on, read your messages, read your email, whatever, and then mark it as unread if it's not urgent and you need to follow up, or flag it with a specific color so that you need to follow up. You don't have to respond or answer or decide what to do right in that moment. You're not working. Because like, especially in the coaching industry and the helping industry, what has happened to me specifically is I will charge someone, say, $25 for a reading or $75 for a mini session. And then I will get several emails and conversations back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but I keep responding to them, right? Like I keep the conversation going. And I don't mean this in a mean way to knock anyone, okay? But minimum wage where I live is almost $15 an hour. If I'm spending 4 or 5 hours with a client who paid $25 for a service, I am getting paid less than minimum wage, right? It's not sustainable. So we have to budget our energy and we have to match what we're getting with what we're giving. And all of these things are really important to keeping it sustainable from working from home. Also, get the fuck out of your house. If your house has become your work zone and it's also like the zone of everything you do at home, get out of your house. Go outside, go to the park. Where I live, it's really nice weather now. It's like late spring weather here, even though it's just early spring. So it's been really warm even when it's raining. So like, go to the beach. Like, that's why we got outside and did yard work the other day. Go to the library. The library is so underrated. Like, go to the library. Go somewhere. Get out of your house if you're home all the time. Because if you're working 40 hours a week, 25 to 40 hours a week, depending on whether you work for yourself or you work for your job at home, plus you have other responsibilities required at home, and we're socially isolated because of a pandemic, it's going to become old, exhausting, stagnant, and like angsty real quick if you don't get out of your house. Make sure that you're scheduling fun both in and out of your house, and whatever fun looks like for you, right? So Olivia loves to go hiking. I super don't. And maybe that will change now that I'm more fit, but I super don't like going hiking. But we both like going to the beach. We both like going for walks in the woods. We both like, there's so many things that we both like. So for us, I need to get out of the house. So when she has days off in a row, like 2 days off in a row, one day will be chores day. And then the next day we leave the house. We go on an adventure. We go somewhere. We do something. And it's been really important for us and really helpful for us. Sometimes the adventure is the backyard, but we're still outside. We're still doing something outside of the walls of our house, you know? What are some tips and tricks that you've used to make working from home easier? Do you find you work better with a playlist? Do you find a task list, like a checklist, helps keep you on track and helps stop you from the scroll? Do you have a screen time monitor on your social media accounts? If social media isn't part of your business and you find that you're on Facebook all day long and you're mentally and emotionally exhausted, that could be part of it. So, as is annoying and always, scheduling is so important. Like, we don't like the idea of scheduling. It bothers us. But here's the thing. When you schedule at first, it feels gross and restrictive, okay? But what it really does in the long term is it creates routines that you can do on autopilot in a lot of ways because we're creatures of habit. We absolutely adore habit. And it frees you up. So instead of the amount of times in a day where you're like, what is there going to do? Why did I come in this room? What's happening next? I don't know. How many clients do I have? Oh, shoot, I missed that meeting. Oh, I was supposed to go live and then I didn't. Oh, I didn't reply to those emails 4 days ago. And you're like panicking. What if you had a dedicated email hour? What if you had a dedicated content creation hour? What if you had a dedicated engagement time where you just went and like messaged and commented and shared and phone called and emailed or whatever? Me, I have 2 friends that every single week I am chatting with on video chat. I don't plan anything for that. It's not even an option for my clients to choose that time for their sessions. I don't even include it in the questionnaire because it's essential for me to have those structures. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the same time every day, and that sounds really annoying, but it's not because it's freed me up to know where my clumps of time are, to know when my energy is the best, and to plan my day accordingly. I know that my energy is the best at the start of the week after a weekend and first thing in the morning. So my start of the week and my mornings are front loaded with a lot of stuff. Then I usually eat lunch, and sometimes I'll have a nap at 1 o'clock, and sometimes I'll have a nap at 3 o'clock, but I almost always have a nap every day because I wake up between 4 and 5 in the morning, and I go, 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 go. And then my afternoons are like, if I have client calls, great. If I don't, great. And then I have stuff that I plug in. Every Monday, I do this. Every Tuesday, I do that. Every Wednesday, I do this. Every Thursday, I do this. Every Friday, I do this. And then Saturday and Sunday are the things that I do on those days. And it sounds gross. It sounds like it's not fun. But my life is friggin' amazing. And I found the solution that works for me. So you need to take a look at your time. You need to do a time audit, see where you're actually spending your time. And the masterclass is really helpful for that. I walk you through how to do that. And once you know where you're spending your time and you know what is actually happening in your day, you can find when you're like so exhausted and adjust as necessary. And it will help things be more sustainable. Let me know in the comments what you need to know moving forward in this week. We're going to talk about sustainability in relationships. I know that for sure. And then let me know what you want to talk about on Friday. Okay? I'm going to go finish my shake and check and see what my next thing on my Google Calendar is. And I'll see you at 7 p.m. Pacific time on Instagram for Tarot Tuesday. Bye for now.